Hi class, this is Mrs. Shores. Today we're going to be continuing our lessons on comparing and contrasting stories in the same genre. Previously, we've read stories that were science fiction and stories that were fables. Our standard is compare and contrast stories in the same genre, for example, mysteries and adventure stories, on approaches to similar themes and topics. And that is the Florida Standard 5.RL.3.9. Today you will read two mysteries. The first mystery is titled Mystery of the Old Sea Chest. The second is Mile High Mystery. Before we get started reading, I want to introduce you to some vocabulary that you might not be familiar with so that you're able to understand what's happening in the story. The first word is phone book. You may not know what these are because we really don't use them much anymore. They were a book that was published by the phone company that listed everyone in its city or town's address and phone number. So if you had to look up where someone lives or what their phone number is because you wanted to call them, you'd look it up in the phone book. The next word is thimble. A thimble is a little metal cup that a person would put on their finger when they are sewing something by hand. It helps protect the finger from being poked by the needle. Ancestors are people that we descended from. Think of your great-great-great-great-grandfather. That's an ancestor. Fairbanks, Alaska is a major city in Alaska. If you look at the map here, you can see that it's almost in the center of the state. Alaska is our northernmost state and is located far north on the continent of North America up by Canada. The last word is eerie, and that means strange, frightening, or creepy. We use the word eerie a lot in mysteries and ghost stories because it helps set and describe the mood. So now I'm going to read these stories to you. Make sure to follow along as I go. The old attic is a creepy place, Gloria thought as she swatted away a mass of cobwebs hanging between the wall and an old sea chest made of oak and iron. She was hunting for facts about her ancestors for a school project, and her mother had suggested looking in the chest, which had belonged to Gloria's grandmother. Inside the chest, Gloria found old photographs, a thimble, and a tin box. After flipping through the blurry black and white photos, Gloria opened the box. What she saw made her eyes bulge, so she slammed the box shut. When she opened the box again, she was still shocked at the contents. Money and lots of it. Her grandmother hadn't been a wealthy person, so where did all of this money come from? Gloria was determined to find out. Gloria asked her mother what she knew about the chest. She said that Uncle Roger had the chest before they did, so Gloria decided to call him. Roger said he'd been storing it for Gloria's grandmother for years, but he'd never bothered to open the tin box. I just figured it was sewing supplies, he said. Gloria was frustrated, but she didn't give up. She kept thinking, who else might know about the money? Suddenly, she had an idea. She asked her mother if they could visit Great Aunt Jean, her grandmother's sister. When Gloria opened the tin box for her great aunt, the woman's face grew sad. Oh, that's right, she said. My sister never got to take any of her trips. Great Aunt Jean explained that whenever her sister had extra money, she saved it so she could travel. But then she never had the chance. With the mystery behind her, Gloria felt proud of herself for working hard to solve it. And later on, Great Aunt Jean had an inspiration. The family would use the money to take a vacation together. Gloria knew that her grandmother would have liked that. Mile High Mystery by Joanna Banks. It was a bitterly cold and snowy Tuesday afternoon in my town of Fairbanks, Alaska. My sister Missy and I sat at the kitchen table during our homework when we heard an eerie wail coming from outside. Whatever it is, it's on the porch, Missy whispered, and she lifted the curtain to look out. On our porch sat the shaggiest, saddest dog we had ever seen, his face and paws encrusted with ice. We brought the poor creature inside to show our parents, and I rubbed down his back and head with a towel. "He seems healthy," I said, "so he must belong to someone." I was determined to get him back to his owner, but how could I find that person? Just then I heard a muffled jingle of metal from under all that fur. "Hey, he's wearing a collar with a tag. Maybe we can find his owner through this." "Oh, it just says Mile High on the tag, nothing else." "So maybe it's an animal clinic," said Mom, "but I've never heard of that one before." In response, I dug a phone book out of a kitchen drawer, but it didn't have a listing for a Mile High animal clinic. "Maybe it's a new clinic and isn't listed yet," I said. "I'll call the operator." But the operator told me that Fairbanks didn't have any business, including an animal clinic with that name. I sighed, but I just couldn't give up. "This is a job for the internet," I said. A web search revealed that Denver, Colorado is nicknamed the Mile High City. Next, I searched for animal clinics in Denver, and bingo! There was a Mile High Animal Clinic in Denver, along with a phone number that I called immediately. After getting off the phone, I explained that a family who took their dog to the Mile High Animal Clinic had recently moved to Fairbanks. Their house wasn't far from ours, but the heavy snow and unfamiliar neighborhood must have kept the dog from finding his way back to them. The mystery was solved, and now this lost dog, his name was Rawling, was really found. So now that we've finished our stories, we're going to go ahead and see how to do our assignment today. So after you watch this video, you'll complete the questions on the form. To get there, click the reading channel on the sidebar that you can see in the picture here with the arrow. I've uploaded a copy of the stories for you to use as you answer the questions. So what you're going to do is you're going to click Files at the top, then click on Mystery of the Old Sea Chest.pdf. This document has both of the stories on it. If it doesn't work when you click on it, click the 3 dots on the side of the file and try to either click Open, and if that doesn't work, click Download. If these don't work for you, you can go back to the video and pause where you need it to be able to reread the different stories. So to do the assignment, you're going to click Assignments at the top of the General channel, and this will open your assignments. Click the assignment that's titled Mystery of the Old Sea Chest, Mile High Mystery. It'll open. Answer the questions and click Submit. It's going to show you which ones you got right and wrong as well before you're done. This assignment, along with your others, is going to be due on Friday. That's it for today. I'll see you next time. Make sure you get the rest of your work done as well. That's all going to be due on Friday. Bye.